Today I'm daydreaming about mermaids. Come and join me. Hi you guys, welcome to my craft room. Well, it's May at the Jersey Shore and it's not wanting to warm up. It's been really chilly, so I think that's why I've been daydreaming about mermaids. So if you want to come along for the process today, let's get started. First and foremost, the little mermaid is the star of the show here, isn't she? She's so pretty. On Etsy, there are a lot of graphic designers that do really beautiful things for us crafters. You purchase their download onto your computer, print it out on your printer, and you can make so many projects with these beautiful things. Today's mermaid came from Laura at the Vintage Remix, and she actually comes on a sheet of these beautiful cards. It's all different mermaids, all different little sayings. She put these together. They're really stunning. We're going to do a project with that here in just a second too, a little quick one. But in this case, I printed her out and just cut around the mermaid because I just wanted the mermaid for this particular project. So thank you, Vintage Remix. I'm a big fan of your shop. And the link to that Etsy shop is down there in my description box. So be sure to go over there and grab your mermaid. So, okay, here's our project. Let's get started. I'm starting with a little wooden heart. This is like a 4-inch wooden heart, unfinished wood. I chose this acrylic paint here is from Target. I've got a lot of acrylic paint, a lot of chalk paint. This is a robin's egg blue color, and I just grabbed this off the shelf today because I just love the color. I thought it was really beachy. So, painted the front, painted the back, let it dry. Okay. And voila, the magic of video. Here we have our painted heart. Move her out of the way here. And I'm just going to start by grabbing my sanding block and roughing up the edges a little bit. This is a beachy piece, so we want it to look all distressed and beachy looking, right? So I rub this around, the way that looks. And then, just because I always have to use my distress ink, my Ranger Distress ink, this is tea dye. I love what this does. Just put it on the edges here. Just makes everything look weathered and vintage. I really love the look. So I use it just about on everything that I do. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do here is just bring out my little power drill. And, okay, this is going to be noisy for a second. I'm just going to drill some holes for a hanger. Okay, got a little block of wood here I drill into so I don't drill into my table. Believe me, I learned that the hard way. Isn't that funny with crafting, how we learn the hard way? Okay, I got a little twine here, a little jute. This is kind of a light color. I liked it. Looked all beach cottagey. Okay, I'm just going to slip this through the holes. Tie it off. I always like to put my hanger on first when I'm making any kind of ornament or decoration that has a hanger. And a lot of times, if you just save it till last, you've glued a whole bunch of stuff on the front or whatever, and then you look at your hanger and say, oh, how am I going to get that on there now? So it's a good idea just to get it on there, get it done. Sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. I think that length is good right there. Okay. Put a knot. Okay. Trim it up. Okay. there we go. Now we're ready to decorate. So what I'm going to start out with here, I have a big collection of this like Christmas garland. It's like a Christmas tinsel garland. And I've got it in a lot of colors. I have some, this is really beautiful. This is all vintage. I found this at the flea market. Around the holidays, you can find more of these, you know, these unique colors. So if you see that, if you see it around, always pick it up. It comes in handy for projects, and it's really pretty. So we're going to just put a little piece of this in the center here. Let's see, I think that's enough right there. Just going to take my hot glue. Just hook it on there. A little more glue. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, like my sweet little granddaughter says. Okay, is that okay? Start right there. Now I've got a little scrap of lace out of my lace drawer. I'll lay in right in there. So I'll just do another little line of glue here. Lay that right on there. It's pretty. We'll bring our little mermaid back in and see how she's looking so far. I think it's looking pretty darn good. All right. And then I've got a little collection here of seashells. And I'm going to grab my Fabrifix glue. I like this. It's good and thick. And I'm going to put a real generous amount right here in this corner. I'm just going to squeeze a lot of it on there. Or as I would say, gob a lot of it on there. There we go. And take these little seashells. Oops. Just stick them on. And if your glue is squishing out all around, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of that problem. I've got some pearls on there. Looks pretty. Some of these shells. These seashells, probably, I've found these, I'm thinking it was either Etsy or eBay. You know, you can just do in the search bar, put in tiny seashells, and you're going to find a lot of people selling some really beautiful stuff. Here at the Jersey Shore, we don't have too exotic of seashells, like some of these you can find in those warmer climates. There we go. Maybe another little pearl or two here. And another one of these little guys, maybe right there. Okay. Now, got a lot of squishy glue clump coming out there. So how we take care of that is, I'm just going to lay that over this little bowl here so we don't get glitter everywhere. I'm going to sprinkle a little sparkly glitter over the top of that. This is the Martha Stewart glitter. It used to be at Michael's, not anymore, but I did get this on Amazon. I'll put links to everything I'm using today in the description. If you guys are looking for something. Okay, shake that off. There you go, isn't that pretty? How pretty she looks in here. Okay. I wanted to say one more thing about working with these images. Grab this here. Just wanted to show you a little trick you can use. I print out on cardstock. Cardstock can be really flimsy when you're working with this, and sometimes you just want a little bit of strength in these paper pieces. So what I'll do is print out on cardstock. I'll take a second piece of cardstock, okay, lay it down. I will use this Fast Grab tacky spray. Take my piece of the cardstock with the image, flip it over, spray the back really good, lay it down, rub it on, and then when you put it together like this, you've got double cardstock. And you go ahead and cut around, and you know, I already cut around her because I wanted to save you guys the torture of sitting through doing some fussy cutting, you know, like we're making one of those Victorian scrapbooks and doing that cutting. So anyway, yes, this works really good. In my craft room, I have a little area where I could really make a big mess. So I have a box set up and I'll do my spraying and stuff in there. But if you're crafting on your dining room table or something like that, go outside and give it a spray. You really don't want that overspray of that sticky stuff on any of your furniture. Okay, so we've gotten this far. This is looking pretty good. Let's see. All right. Now I've got some little aqua velvet flowers here. Now I think I found these on Etsy a really long time ago. Just gonna lay them on the lace. I have kind of a rule. If I'm out shopping for crafting supplies, or I'm just out at the flea market or in a craft store, and I see something I love, I buy it for my craft room, for my stash. Now, a lot of times I'll pick it up and be like, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this, but I like it. So when it comes the time that you're putting together something, you start pulling all of this little things out that you bought. And because you love everything, it all just ties together. So that's a rule of mine. You know, if I love it, I buy it. That's why I have a craft room right now that has so much stuff in it that only I know where everything is. I mean, it's incredible. So nice. Now, here's our next little step. So I used a piece of, it was just a little scrap. I did some coffee dyed paper, some coffee and tea dyed paper when I was journaling, and these are just some scraps I had left over from that. So I did the same technique with the spray adhesive. I sprayed the little paper onto some cardstock just to give it a little bit of strength. These rubber stamps I'm using here for letters, I got these on Amazon. I absolutely love these. They interlock together so you can make words. Instead of taking one little letter and trying to stamp out a saying or a word, you can never get it straight. This really lines it up. Love these. So just took my little stamp and a little bit of ink and just rubber stamped onto here my little wee mermaid to be together. Cut this out. Do a little snip on the corners. Give a little finished look. Okay. And then I got another little scrap of lace here. Just gonna put a little glue on. Stick it right there. Just another little layer. Ooh, glue fingers. I got crafty fingers today. I'm gonna take our little saying. Little glue on the back, pop it right on there. Okay. Now I think we need to dress her up a little bit. Okay. Since you are the star of the show, my dear, let's make you look beautiful. All right, I'm going to use the same glue we used for the seashells. Like we were making our little mosaic. Okay. And I'm just going to make her, let's make her a little mermaid costume. This on here, pretty thick. Okay, and here I have, let me grab my little glitter bowl, lay her in there. Here I have some, look at these sequins, beautiful color. Let's just put few of those, sprinkle a few of those on her. Okay. Right, here's another example of buying what you love, even though if you don't know what you're going to do with it. I think it was maybe around 4th of July. So it's this gorgeous glitter. I think it was at Michael's, something like that. Let's put a little bit of that on. And let's finish it off with our sparkly clear glitter. Okay, slow it down a little bit. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? All right, then I've got, look at this little pink seashell. So pretty. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put a little dot of glue on her hand. Put the seashell right on her hand. She needed to be holding something pretty. And then I'm going to grab, let's grab a pearl and our glitter and have that on standby here. I'm going to take a dollop of glue and put it right in that seashell. Drop our pearl in. Drop some glitter in. Let it all stick to that hot glue. There. She is. Okay. Now, all we have to do is get her attached to her little base right there. Just going to put some glue on the back, nothing fancy. Put it right on that garland. Push it down for a second. And there you go. Okay, this is a little bow I made. This is another thing that's on my radar if I'm at the flea market. This is that old seam binding ribbon. Isn't that color amazing? You just can't beat the vintage stuff. So let's put a little bow in her hair. And there we go. She is really, truly adorable. Okay, let's just set her aside for 1 second and bring out here this little card we were talking about. Okay, quick little gift for somebody or for yourself. I'm going to use a little bit of this seam binding ribbon in this beautiful sea foam color. And I have here just a coffee dyed brown tag. Just going to push this through right here. Okay, make a little hanger. Okay, and then of course, I've got to get out my distress ink. Go around the corners. Now, a shout out to all of my loyal repeat buyers out there. You know who you are. I love, love, love you. And they know that when they purchase from my Etsy shop, there's always something like this inside their box. I spoil them. Okay, got a old piece of lace here. I think this is from an old tablecloth. Just dab a little glue on there. Lay that on like that. Put a little glue on the back of this beautiful card. Lay it on right there. Got another little scrap of lace. Be pretty on the bottom. So we'll just run a little bead of glue across the bottom here. Okay. And trim that off. Whenever I sell on Etsy, there is, I always make an announcement of the day and time that I'm going to be listing. And I will put that announcement on my Instagram page, my Facebook page, and the announcement, my shop announcement in my Etsy shop. So if you, the link is below for those, the links for those are below if you want to check them out and follow, and that way you'll never miss an announcement. All right, I'm going to finish this off. Well, I'm not going to finish it off, but this will be one of my finishing pieces right here is this little beautiful vintage bow. We'll put that right there. And I was thinking, how about a little seashell? Love that. Okay. And then no project is complete without glitter. I'm sorry. I gotta have my glitter. So I'm just going to use a little Mod Podge. I always use that when I'm putting glitter on anything. It's just easy. Okay, put a little, just a little bit on there. Just grab this. Get glitter all over the place. Sprinkle, and there you have it. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that a nice little gift to give to someone? It's so beautiful. So you guys, what do you think? Do you like today's projects? Thank you, Vintage Remix. We love you. And we were made to be together. You guys have a wonderful day.